Not too sure how much time I have, so this is gonna be quick, but it's one of those days where I want to remember it, because it's been quite a day actually, and those days remind me of how grateful I am to be the mom of those particular kiddos, all 5 of them. Well, I could back up with yesterday, last night, but I'll skip all the crying of my baby girl and how she was tired but then still had to take a shower after a long day and visit the doctor for her skin. She had like those little dots, bubbles, some kind of virus that has to be taken. And she keeps making more of those, and never had many of the other boys before having that many and that often. It's been just maybe one visit to the doctor and that's it, but it seems like anyways, so the entire time I was showering her, she was screaming. And it's not the first time, but I got used to it. I don't panic anymore. I know that she has to go through that cycle of crying because she's tired and she doesn't know how any other way how to communicate that. So she just cries. And then after bath, I put her PJ on and I snuggled with her. I snuggled her up and she just fell asleep right away. And that was 7:30 p.m. And without a nap, all the way till the next day, 7:30, she slept. So I was grateful. I could spend time with her brother and the other brothers. But today was really interesting when everything was done in the morning and all the chores and feeding the babies and changing them and all that and laundry and stuff. We read the scriptures and started with a prayer the day at 10 a.m. And then my third boy had to finish his homework, his winter vacation homework, because we start school next week. All of us, whether we like it or not, we start. And so they have those workbooks that have to be filled. They have pages of math and then have pages of Japanese and social studies and I don't think he had English, but the other two had. But that's just funny. English here just like trace the letters, the ABCs to make the word. Ridiculous is easy for them, but I think social studies, science, math, and Japanese, right? So I am not really good at helping him with, and also they give the parents the answer sheet, like the answer booklet, kind of like a mini version of what they have to fill in with the answers. And so I guess their father has those and he keeps them, and they fill up what they have to fill up, and then he has to check the answers and mark what's wrong. And so I see my boys workbook and it looks like all like red pencils. So I was like, it's circled or line. So I was like, this is all right. Do we have to did you do anything right? Like he just wanted to be done with it quickly and doesn't do much thinking or reasoning to read and to go through the math problems that are worded. If it's just like numbers, he would do it and it will be correct. But if it's the worded problems, there's no logic or thinking in there, so that worries me a little bit. But what we did is we sat down and I had the answer sheet. So his father just gave him the answer sheet so he can just get rid of everything and be done with it. So I got the sheet and I sat with him with a piece of paper, a blank piece of paper, and we sat down and we started. So at first I saw everything red and I was like, I know in Japan when they circle something with blue, then it's correct. If it's red, then you have to work on it and redo it. But then I saw everything red in his workbook, and I'm like, is everything wrong? Like, what did you do? And then I figured it out. Like he told me, but I also figured it out by myself, kind of, because he was so in panic. He was so frustrated. He didn't want to do any of that. He was crying and like really frustrated. He just like holding his head and red and like okay, let's figure this out. We can do this. We can do this. So I'm like, I use Google Translation and apply the phone on the word problems. But then I didn't, the Google Translation is not that really great. I have many cases where it's not really that great. So if they, and I didn't study math in my childhood in English, so I don't really know all the terminology. And so I don't really know how to say it, even in English, what I see in the answer sheet, what they did. And so I get it, but I don't know how to explain to him so he can understand too. So some of them are like easy, like converting meters to kilometers, kilometers to meters, and like kilograms into grams, and like those that was easy. Some of them had to round the number. I don't know why in Japan it's such a big deal to round the number. I don't know. Maybe it's just not in Japan only. I don't know. Me and math. But anyway, so I figured out in his workbook, some of the answers were circled with red and some were just with a line. So I thought everything was wrong, but those that were circled were okay, were good. But those that were with a line, he had to erase it because everything's with just pencil. So they had to erase it and put the answer, the correct answer. So we worked through all the math problems up until, I don't know, from 9:30, I believe, till 11:30. So for 2 hours straight. Around like noon, I was about ready to, we just finished. But when we sat down, it was frustrating for him and for me. It was really frustrating because for me, I don't feel like I want to help. I don't know how, because what they teach them, I don't know their methods of how they do math at school. They teach them very differently from what I studied back home and what my teachers have been teaching me how to, like, especially division in Japan is like mind-blowing for me. It's like, how in the world do you do that? They teach them to divide a 3-digit number divide it by a 2-digit number, and they use this like really weird, I don't know, and there is a way, and once you know the method, it's really easy, right? But I don't know it, I don't understand it, and so how I do it is like how I do it back home. So I need paper and anyways, we finished it. And when we finished it, he was glowing. His countenance was different. He felt relieved. I have to admit that the kanjis, I have no idea, so I just let him copy them, because with kanji you could copy, and when you copy it, your brain registers it, so they know, like, it's, I cannot explain it, but even if you copy it from the answer book, you kind of, your brain understands it and memorizes it. Anyways, we did it, and so he was like, "Thank you, mommy," and I was like, "You're welcome." It was fun. We killed it. We finished it. So after that, I went to the back room to spend time with the little ones, which means I'm on the massage chair and they're playing around me with so many toys and books. That was my relaxing time today, but it didn't last long because it was lunchtime, so I had to feed the kiddo. So we all ate like some kind of noodles, like we say churu churu, because like do slurping it. And so we did that, and then I went shopping with my oldest and the babies. The reason he came with me was because I was interested in getting him something that what do you call it, SD card for Nintendo Switch, because the Nintendo Switch has, I learn new things, you guys. I just learn new things and I don't want to forget it. So there's this mini tiny teeny SD card that they sell. It depends how many gigabytes is how much it costs. We got one with 128 gigabytes, and that costs 7,000 yen, which I believe with the dollar yen thing, it's about $100 maybe. I don't know. I'm not too sure. Pricey. It's pricey. That little thing, once you insert it into the Nintendo Switch, it does some updating and whatever. but you could play so many games on it, which apparently we couldn't before that, because there's Fortnite, there's Minecraft. Those are massive games and they need a lot of space, but I didn't know that. So when I tell the boys, hey, let's play Mario Party together, they're like, no can do, mommy, because there's not enough memory. So basically, we went to buy that little thing and some groceries, and we came back so we could play Mario Party together, because we went to get this little thing. So me playing with my boys Mario Party, it felt good, but it cost me $100 today. But we could play together, and at first it was fun because it was something we haven't done for a long time. But then it started getting frustrated because one loses, the other one wins, and stuff like that, because they're competitive. Boys are competitive. That's a fact I've learned all along. And it was fun. So at the end, I just threw the babies with the phone to the babies, and they managed to disable it a few times because they don't know how to access it, because I have password. But they came around, they were looking at the screen, and they were like, we want to watch too. So we have only 4. I think you could play up to 4 people, I think. So I backed up, and my second son, we had to cook dinner together because that was part of his winter homework. He had like a paper, like a report sheet, and he had to fill it in with what he's done. So we did what we did. We did the dinner together, and the other 2 boys were teaching the twins how to use the remote control and to play. In Mario Party, there is this game. I really like it because it's fun. Like, there's a jar full of candy, and you push the button, and the cap comes down, and then you have to shake the jar in different angles, and all the candy comes down, and whoever empties the jar first wins. I love it. It's just really fun. So we did that, and they learned how to do that, and they had fun with it. So I did that, cooked the dinner with my second son, took a picture of it. We're gonna put that on the report sheet. It was great. Dinner was great. Tomorrow morning, my firstborn is cooking the breakfast, so that's gonna be fun because he's gonna make miso soup, and I don't know what else he's gonna do. He's gonna cook some stuff. But yeah, it's then after that, after dinner, I bathed the babies, and their father, by the way, went to eat somewhere out with I don't even know who, or yeah, we don't get any whereabouts, who what with. We don't really know those things. Nobody tells us. So it's just me and my kids always. And I bathed the babies. They are watching TV now. We're gonna watch a movie from now on, even though it's after 9, but it's the holiday, so yeah, we start school next week. But today was it just reminded me of every there is no 2 days that are the same. Every day is different, but every day I choose to spend my day with my kids, and the reason why is because they're all I got. Even if they're home just looking at screens, watching YouTube, YouTubers doing stupidity for reals. I mean, even the little ones, they're watching now this family of Hispanic looking mom, and I don't know the dad, but they're 2 boys, and they're just watching those kiddos like opening new toys all the time and singing, I want to eat healthy food. So my baby girl was singing that after bath all the time. Like, while I was changing her, putting her PJ on, she was singing, I want to eat healthy food. I'm like, oh, YouTubers, thank you for teaching my kids to eat healthy food. I don't know if she knows what it is, but it's their birthday on Saturday. It's gonna be fun. Anyways, I think we're gonna start watching movies soon, so this is it. But I wanted to say that even though I don't get the chance to just leave the house and say, hey, I'm gonna go out for dinner with some friends, I don't regret that, because it's not my goal. It's not my, I'm not social butterfly in this country, in this place, and I know where my focus is. If some other people, for them family means nothing, to me it's everything. And so, good night.